It was a sunny day, about 3 p.m. The incident happened.
Mike walked to the refrigerator where he kept his gun and took it out of the refrigerator, and he shot him right in the forehead. Some of the blood went on Richard. Mike said, "Richie, I don't want you to get in any trouble. Don't say anybody you saw this, Richie." And Richard left. He never told anybody.
Mike's mother called my father and my mother a week or two later, asking them if they would go into the house and get some things for him. Me and my father went inside. There was like particles floating in the air. Everything had a musty, bloody odor to it. I walked around and I found Josie's purse, and I saw her driver's license, and I saw her picture, and it struck me that she was dead. It was a weird feeling that I knew that she was dead. I realized at that point that it was something I enjoyed seeing, more so than the average individual.
I used to love, doing burglaries so much, right?
Yeah.
I still dream about this shit, man.
You dream about it now?
Yeah. Walking around, or driving around, 2 o'clock in the morning, with the fog out, the full moon. Just like, some people get that same feeling from skydiving. It's just a really intense moment.
Maybe you should have taken up skydiving.
I came to California in 1979. I came here to live. And I came looking for a pot of gold, but I found a pot of iron instead.
I'd like to know your feelings about what they call the devil's dandruff, cocaine.
Right. I love it. I think it's very harmful to the body.
Right.
But the sense of pleasure it gives is very profound. Very.
What could you compare that sense of pleasure to, Richard?
There is nothing on earth, to me anyway.
Let's talk about Satan a bit, okay? As I know you brought up the Christian and turned to Satan.
Throughout my childhood and up to the time I was 18 years old, I believed in God. When I reached the age of 21, I came to California. I met a guy, and he told me about Satan, and I picked it up from there. Satan is a stabilizing force in my life. It gives me a reason to be. It gives me an excuse to rationalize. I was in alliance with the evil that is inherent in human nature, and that was who I was.
This belief he exists. Lucifer was cast down with his angels and became demon. And demons are very dangerous. Demons, if you believe in them, you help them and they help you.
You help them by doing those things?
Right, and you also fulfill your desires. It's like scratching each other's back.
Scratching the backs with the demon.
Yeah. Reading the book you gave me is pretty good.
It is, isn't it?
And it really describes how I felt at that time. The writer gave me a sense of what I went through.
Right, okay.
He's stalking a victim, and like his fucking heart is thumping, and he hears a lady's footsteps.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's just anticipation. I would go to hotels in downtown LA and lock myself in for 4 days, 3 nights, and not come out. Just getting high. This was right in the fucking middle of everything. March, April, May, about June. Cool. When you snort it, it's different. When you mainline it, it's like crack. It's very addictive. Some people go berserk on it.
Do you think it's evil?
It has to find, how do they say it, a place where...
Fertile soil?
Fertile soil.
Yeah.
Good term. Good
Yeah.
term.
One day the sketch that they do came out on the television. When I heard the teeth were rotten and the hat, I said, oh no, I don't know why. I said, I hope it's not itchy.
Serial killers have a dead conscience. Some of them don't even care whether they live or die themselves. And they're just walking dead.
People in LA, I know about 8 million, 7 million know me.
Not only know you, but felt the fear.
Right.
It was the last thing they spoke about before they went to sleep. They were fucking dreaming about it, man.
But if you do something so many times, it's bound to happen wrong sometimes.
Right.
You can't have it good all the time. And I ran into some situations that were very precarious.
I sat down hoping that I could catch a breather and start running again. I saw a sheriff's patrol car coming down the street. At which point in time I knew that my life was over. I was just really pissed off at the way things had turned out. I was arrested on Saturday. I was taken to a cell, stripped, photographed, fingerprinted. I was taken for my arraignment. When I was on the street, I was a loner. I really had no contact with people. And it's only been since I've been in prison that I have really developed relationships with people, and mostly women though.
These women, do you think they were drawn to you because of your notoriety?
They're drawn to me for all sorts of reasons. To get something out of me, to question me. Maybe they're intrigued by murder or murderers. Some are religious. Some are sympathetic. They've come to me from different walks of life, these women.
Listen, if you want to get any messages to me,
Yeah.
talk to Doreen. I talk to her every day. You don't have to hide nothing from Doreen. Doreen has level 1 security clearance.
Yeah.
The thing is with Doreen,
Yeah.
mustn't mention other girls.
I never do.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the only thing.
I got
14 months. I had to go to court Monday through Thursday, every day, shackled. It was the same routine every day. I knew that they would find me guilty under that.
Ramirez smirked, scowled, and grimaced at television cameras. Mostly, the man accused of heinous crimes just rocked and fidgeted. He tried out new looks, a business suit one day, a rock and roll leather jacket the next. Most often, he hid behind sunglasses, and always his feet shackled in steel.
You know what I like? That fucking speech you made in the courtroom.
I prepared it, yeah?
You're kidding? Well, I didn't know that. So what'd you think? You were running for office?
When the trial was over, he said, would you help me write something that would be like a really good statement? It was just like at a script conference. And we talked about that. And then he edited it.
That you have something to say. You men, hypocrites one and all. You don't understand me. You are not capable of it. I am beyond your experience. I am beyond good and evil. Legions of the night breed. Repeat not the errors of my father and show no mercy. I will be avenged. Lucifer dwells within us all. That's it.
Well, his family, myself, the group of supporters, we knew he was going to be convicted, no question. But we had pretty high hopes that the worst case scenario was life without parole. A part of me could not conceive of the idea of these 12 people telling him, well, you're going to die because of this. I couldn't.
How many women have come to visit you since you've been arrested, Richard?
Doesn't matter.
600?
Doesn't matter.
The first really noted serial killer was Jack the Ripper.
I remember in my childhood reading about him with his black cloak,
Right.
a fog,
Right.
nighttime.
Right.
The media tends to, if not glorify, but paint him in a way that is very sinister and diabolical. To some of us, that is appealing. Certainly it was to me.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that evil can be reincarnated, that a killer like Jack the Ripper?
I hope so.
Richard, as we sit here, you've got 19 death sentences on your head. And if the day comes when you have to be executed by the state of California, which way would you choose?
Me, myself, I don't really care because to me, death is death. Is there such a thing as a bad seed when a baby is born? Is he already a serial killer?
Is it environmental, you're saying, or is it genetics? What do you think?
I believe that it is the environment that will determine how a child will, or who he will grow up to be.
You were just talking about death. So you find that funny, right?
I just think that society is fascinated with death.
What about how we die? What's that about? You talked about this death rattle.
There is such a thing as a death rattle.
Mm-hmm.
It is a spasm of the voice box.
Mm-hmm.
It is sort of like the spirit leaving the body at the same moment this breath is given. These things are to me mystical and spiritual.
Right.
Birth and death are major events, not only in the person who is being born and dying, but in the people around him,
right.
And the legacy that we leave behind. We're born alone and we die alone. And in between is our lives.